All right, with the body weight squat, you are going to have your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Your toes are going to be pretty much straight forward or just slightly to the sides, depending on what feels best for you. The most important thing with your body weight squat is to hinge your hips back first. So think about starting the movement by closing the door behind you with your butt. So you're gonna keep that core engaged, back straight, and then push your hips back. So this is called a hip hinge. So you're hinging at your hips. My knees are slightly bent, but notice that I'm not initiating the movement with my knees, all right? It's okay for your knees to go forward as you squat and bend down, but you just don't wanna start the movement with your knees. You want to start with knees slightly bent, but hinge those hips back. And then from here, this is where you can really start to bend down and drop your butt to the ground. Go as deep as you can without rounding your back forward like this and without your knees caving in. So that's a common thing sometimes happens when your abductors are weak, is you can start to see those knees caving in. You want to keep the knees in line with your toes. So kind of press through the outside of your feet and really use those abductor outer thigh muscles to keep the knees out in line with your toes. And then you're pressing through your feet, pressing the ground away from you to return back to your standing position. So again, from this side, feet slightly wider than hip width apart, toes pointing forward, knees are slightly bent and in line with the toes. We're gonna hinge at the hips, push the hips back, keep our back in that neutral straight position, and then drop the butt down to the ground, and then push the ground away from us to return to standing.